Yes, sir. Yeah.
Living my life like I am a dreamer. I'm living my life, I'm living my life like I am a dreamer. I'm living my life, I'm living my life like I'm a dreamer. I'm living my life like a dreamer. I'm made for freedom, passion, allegiance. I'm living my life like a freedom,
DJ Mac Timms.
I live my life with a freedom,
DJ Mac Timms.
Double cup my cup cause I've been drinking a lot. I don't know what's wrong, but I can't call on my pops. Look how I've been living, I've been on kicking racks. Wonder what's been going on, I'm back on my block. Avenue, baby, Laniac is for long. Arondale 382, baby, come home. I'm your favorite rapper, nigga, no paving, no loan. And you don't understand it, you better play you a song. I'm a chill type of nigga, I'm for real type of nigga, not a pill type of nigga, but for real I deal with ya. I'm just melody rapping off that Helen me rap. I hit that Hezzy D, this shit like some Sesame rap shit. Yeah, I need a caption. Ain't no more reaction, especially when I react with all of this madness. Y'all niggas tripping out
right
that
there.
damn
Yes,
shit.
sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Two Cities, One Mic. This your boy Tezzy the Manager. Episode 2. We had a great episode last time. My brother Nucky kicked it off crazy. Fire bars in the studio. We had a lot of fun. Like I said, welcome to Two Cities, One Mic. My brother DJ Mac Timms in the house.
DJ Mac Timms.
I got a special guest for y'all today. But before we get into that, Two Cities, One Mic is sponsored by Driven Dreams Media. Look, if you're trying to get your next project to the next level, if you're trying to look this good on the camera, hit them up. Driven Dreams Media, they'll get you together. Look, like I said, I got a very special guest. Y'all seen the last episode. We had a great conversation, and I think this brother here also got something to say. And you know, I never doubted his pen game, but I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. One of my favorite artists in the city. You know, when I listen to his music, it's I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not like grown, but like, how old are you?
27.
Okay, so I'm a couple of years older than him, right? So, but he gives me like this, I don't know, OG, like, man, like, it's some real rap, like, dissected, like, you know, like, super dope. Like, if you're trying to be on some, like, boss, like, you know, like, that he got that. I got a special guest, 651, Como Park.
Yeah.
Like I say, the pen game is crazy. Y'all need to go check it out. I think after this episode, they're probably gonna go check it out.
Oh, for sure. No doubt.
Yes,
That's
sir,
what we want.
man. You know, he got a lot of names out here. Peace God.
Peace God.
Naj.
Yeah, you know.
Najee.
You feel me?
Welcome, my brother. My
Love.
brother Najee is
Love,
here.
love.
Like I said, St. Paul, 651.
Love always.
We out here. In the building. Listen, man. So that joint I just played, like, no lie, bro. Like, every day.
Word.
I listen to that shit every day.
Word.
Once a day.
Love. For sure.
Like, that shit's clean. You know what I mean? I mean, the whole tape.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, but like the whole tape. But just that song itself, man, that shit is hard.
No, appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Like,
that.
and I know you put a lot of work into that shit. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm just, staying afloat, happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Life is good, man. So I'm just grateful every day,
That's beautiful.
Trying to get through it.
Did you came straight from work, or?
Yeah, I was
off day?
I was at the shop and then I came here. Yeah, but it's been grind crazy. I'm in school right now, so I'll be doing that. Then after that, go to the shop, or sometimes I go to work. So I barely be sleep, man. I probably sleep for like 3-4 hours, and I'm back on the go.
Yeah, let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
I seen that you cut hair.
Yeah. I just got into it back in November. So I'll be done next month. Yeah,
Hey, 6 months, right?
It's 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Yeah,
Wow,
1,500 hours. Yeah.
That's a journey, bro. How's it been, bro? What are some of the challenges? Because you know, a lot of young brothers out here trying to get on their feet, trying to open up their shop.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's the steps they can take, right? If you're trying to be a barber, what's the obstacles? What's the good feedback you can give them?
I feel like, you know, one thing is important is like just carrying and being professional, you know. You know, I think a lot of people, when we think of being a barber, you know, the first thing we think about is the craft and cutting hair. You know, that's of course is important, but you want to make sure people comfortable when they sit in your chair. And, you know, there's a lot of things. What's they say? They was the first impression. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, so you could have a shop and you playing something crazy, and the kid come in, and the mom, you know, bring the kid in. And you got some crazy music playing. They might not bring the kid back. You done lost a lifetime client, you know?
Yeah.
So I believe, you know, professionalism is always key. You know, that's one thing I'm learning too. You know, and I always just try to mimic how my barber's been. You know, shout out to Dame and shout out to Steve. You know, they been my barbers, well, not since I've been growing up in St. Paul. Even Mr. Art, man. If y'all know Mr. Art, y'all really been around, man. So
Yes, sir. That's beautiful, man.
yeah.
So going to barber school, do you see any connection with like rap and just that culture of like being a barber in general? Because like a lot of times you hear those conversations in the barbershop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you felt any connections?
Definitely. I mean, it depends on, because it's like a demographic thing. You know, in school it's like a younger demographic, so the conversations is different. You know, the interest in music is different, but it's still a conversation. You know that, you know, in different barbershops, you know, depending on who's in there, you know, then you get into the conversation of different eras of music, you know, and so the conversation might be a little more in depth. You know, you might talk about more than just music, but you're talking about sports, you're talking about family, you know, a lot of things. So it's a lot of education you can learn in the shop, you know, a lot of wisdom being spread around always. That's what I always loved about it.
Yeah, one of the pillars of community, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's part of us. Is having your own shop gonna be a thing, or are you just?
I definitely thought about it. Again, shout out to Dame. He's just really been a platform for me, you know, just kind of showing me the ropes, you know.
Shout out to Dame.
You know, just kind of, you know, bringing me in, because it is a challenge when you learn how to cut hair. You know, if you're not the best barber, you know, you don't know what you're doing, you're learning. And so for him to take you in, it's like, okay, you feel more comfortable and you trust that you're going to get better if he believes in you. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Facts.
I got a funny story. So one of my best friends, my brother, he wanted to, you know, go to barber school.
Yeah.
But instead of going to barber school, his uncle, he owns a shop, right?
Okay.
So he's like, man, you know, I can get a job easy here. Maybe I can get a shop. And the first thing he asked me is, bro, let me practice on your head. I said, you are crazy. You think I'm going to let you be the first customer, right? How was, like, your first customer? What was the reaction?
You know, it's crazy. I didn't think none of my homies was going to let me cut them, you know, because everybody, you know, people want to look good, you know, and everybody like, I don't know what you're doing yet. We got to see what you like first, you know. But my homie Steven, though, he came through the shop, you know, and let me touch him up. You know, obviously my barber was there to watch, but just I appreciate him for, you know, taking that time to trust me and let me get off the ground with it, you know. But compared to then and where I'm at now, though, I could definitely see a big progress, you know.
That's dope. That's dope. I love that you know, you're doing something that makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people may not know about you, right? You're not, at least compared to like all the other artists, you know, I've seen around. you're not out there, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't put it on people's face. Why is that?
You know, it's just my demeanor. You know, I've always been laid back. You know, just growing up, you know, I just always been like the laid back, chill, just cool with everybody. But I never like to be the center of attention. You know, I don't know. I feel a certain way about being the center of attention. When you have too many people watching, you got there's good that come with it, there's bad that come with it. And it's just easier for me to focus when I know that all the focus ain't on me all the time. You know, I'm just in my peace. I can think. I can move how I want to move. You know, I have space. You know.
That's kind of how I am, right? You know, in the last episode, I talked about it. For a lot of people that know me, you know, I've been behind camera. We were just talking about it, right? You may find me on 1 or 2 videos, right? But sometimes it's good to challenge yourself. You never know what the outcome will be, right? What you can get out of it, right? By saying that, I'm saying try it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to be flexible. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying be annoying, right?
Right.
There's some artists that, you know, but like be out there. You know what I mean? Show yourself. Sometimes some fans just need a
Facts.
push, right?
Facts.
Born and raised in St. Paul.
St. Paul, yeah, St. Paul, Lonnie Atkins, you know, that's where a lot of my early roots, you know, started, you know, so I hold ties to that for sure, you know, Rondo for sure, you know, so,
Yeah.
you know.
That's beautiful. Parents originally from St. Paul?
Now, my mom, she moved to St. Paul in, I want to say, early 90s. And so she come from Chicago. So 90% of my family is Chicago. Is right now it's just me and her holding it down, you know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, last episode, Nucky is also from Chicago.
Yeah, yup.
So do you see a big connection with Minnesota, Chicago?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I feel like there's like a history timeline that shows the migration of people from the South to the Midwest, which is like Chicago or Detroit, like Michigan, and then people that migrate even further up north to like Minnesota, you know, or you know they come from Indiana too, you know.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. You know, I was listening to. Probably don't want to get it too serious, but I was listening to one of your songs. And we can talk about it, you know, as much as you want to talk about it.
For sure.
Gritty Summer.
Gritty Summer, yes, yeah.
Man, that shit's dope.
Yeah.
That shit's very touchy. Because for a second, the date of it is what made me think this way, right? I didn't know if you were referencing about like George Floyd, or I didn't know if it was like specifically you. Like I understand, I was listening to every word, but like, you know what I mean? I was trying to like dissect it.
Right.
Talk to me about that joint, man.
Man, Gritty Summer was like, you know, it was in the summer of the pandemic. That was 2020. And what I was really doing was just recollecting my experience and when I found out I had COVID, like the first time. You know, a lot of people, you know, I think it was March 20th, 2020, man. And it was like right when COVID was really out here, and I had woke up in the middle of the night and I had chills, you know, and from that, it just started having shortness of breath. And like, I mean, if anybody in here, if you like feeling short of breath, man, what's the first thing you're gonna do if you feel like you can't breathe? Panic, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna try to figure out how you can resolve that immediately, you know? 100%. And so I went to the emergency room, and it was like they couldn't resolve it. They was telling me I was good, but I felt like I wasn't good, you know? And then basically from March 20th all the way till September 4th, for me, just getting up, moving from one room to the other, from the room to the couch, I felt like I was dying, you know? Wow. And so I was dealing with that along with everything that was going on from March until September. And we all in here know a lot of things happened in that time frame. Yeah. And so that song was just relapsing all of that, you know? And that's what most of my music is, because I'm not always out here speaking. It's a way. It's like my journal. It's a way for me to express what I'm dealing with inside, you know, and trying to put it out there.
Did you didn't get a chance to protest?
No, I was bedridden, man. Like I was really. It was bad, man. I was just laid down. Like it was hard to breathe. I couldn't really move. So just laying down was how I felt most comfortable, with a fan blowing in my face. Didn't want to talk to nobody. Family asking if I'm good. Of course I'm gonna say I'm good, because I don't want them to know. Didn't want to see my mom. It was, man, man, I'm just glad it's over. But man, I'll never forget that was just a time. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we still got COVID, right? For people that went through it or that may go through it, right? What would you say? Like, what advice? What kept you like at that moment? Like, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna be okay.
What I will say is this, man. You know, everybody had a right to do what they want to do with their body. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a big believer in the vaccine.
Word. Okay.
Because I had COVID without the vaccine and I caught it again with the vaccine, and it was two different experiences, you know. And so that alone right there from my perspective is like, man, if you haven't been vaccinated, you know, it's up to you, you know, it's not up to me, but I would recommend, suggest, definitely do that to protect yourself and to protect your family, you know.
Yeah, and I think the whole conversation is everybody's body is different.
Different.
What you want to do with your body is your option.
Facts.
I think everybody's body reacts differently as well, right? That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was like COVID. I thought, like I said, you were referencing to George Floyd.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not going to the protest. How did that make you feel, man?
Man.
I know it was a lot, especially in the city.
It felt, you know, I felt hurt, you know. When you dealing with pain yourself and then you seeing other people's pain, like, it just weigh on you like weights, you know. And it was like nothing you can do, it felt like, you know. And so it was like causing a lot of stress and depression. And I was like, you know, they had me doing therapy just because of the breathing. And it was crazy because they were so aware of everything going on. It was like they was asking, like, you know, do you think it's because of the George Floyd and everything going on? And I'm like, you know, all that weighs on. And it's like, this ain't the first time. So this is like an ongoing trauma that we experience. So this is not really new, you know? You know, so it's a lot, man.
Speaking of that, right? Because you reference a lot of that in your music, right? About the trauma, about what we go through, what we've been going through, right? Do you think, at least since then, since the last 2 years, you think change has been made? Do you think we're working towards something, or you think we're still in the same? Because the reason why I asked that, right? You know, I be having conversations about protest and like speaking up and things of that nature with a lot of people. I do it myself, right? But sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I also feel like there has been a time, especially after George Floyd, there's been a time where, is change really gonna come, right? Is all this we're doing, like, is it worth it, right? It's gotta be something else, right?
Right.
How do you feel about that? Like, you think we're working towards something?
Man, you know, I don't want to get too heavy on here, but like I have my own load of beliefs, man, about what change really is. You know, I feel like we just, a lot of times, man, what be going on is like we just asking for like crumbs, you know, because it's 2022, right? We still asking for a lot of the same things that people 60, 70 years ago have been asking for. So when we talk about change, it's like, what is change? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we really know what change is? I mean, it's like, it's just so much that goes into it. You know, definitely would never discredit the efforts that have been made, because there are a lot of efforts that have changed lives, you know, but it's good to keep a highlight on how often we have to ask for change, you know, how often we have to continue to work for just, it's like, to me, it's like a common human simple experience that we keep trying to ask for, you know. And so, you know, that, and, you know, it's a lot, man. You know, I don't want to not too heavy on that, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. So kind of going off of that, right? Not only a lot happened with the police and just a lot of things in the last 2-3 years. You know, often I'd be thinking about PTSD, right? Not only we go through stuff like that, but like me personally, you know, I'm not in the streets. I'm not doing any of that, right? But I got so many brothers and sisters, and cousins and whatnot, friends and all that. I mean, so many of us, right? We done lost due to stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah.
So how do you cope with all that, right? What's like? I'm sure there's other people that's out there that may go through what we go through, right? I'll be honest on here and say, like, there's been so many times that I felt paranoid, right? Or things of that nature, right? And like I said, not only because of cops or what we go through in our own neighborhood, right? Like, how do you cope with all that, especially being an artist?
Man, that's a good question. I think a lot of it is why I do music, because that is how I cope. I feel like I always tell people, I said, if I didn't know how to rap, or if I never had interest in rap, then my mental would be like probably just all over the place, But that rap always keeps me balanced, The PTSD, I'm glad you brought that up, because there are times where I'm paranoid, and we don't even really talk about paranormal, and paranoia, yeah. And you got people that's schizophrenic, you got a lot of these mental issues that can occur. And like, I think a lot of people deal with these things as if they're normal, without no treatment or just a conversation like how we having here, to just lighten it up. Like, okay, it is okay. Not that you have it, but it's okay to be aware and to talk about it and find ways that you can, cope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's a start,
That's beautiful, man. And I'm glad that, you're able to speak that through your music. You know what I mean? And that's why I say we need shows like this to showcase fans. You know what I mean? If you need, you can listen, right?
All right.
You can cope with this. When I knew you before the music thing, I went to Highland.
Yeah.
You remember Isaiah? He was
Yeah.
And he used to always talk about hoop, right?
Right.
You still hoop?
Nah, man. That's done for, man. I ain't even got it in me. My body won't even allow me to do a layup. A jump shot had me breathless, man.
When was the last time you hooped?
The last time I hooped, man, we a couple of the guys got together from school, man, and we was out at the park out in Columbia Heights, man, trying to run outside, and I probably ran one game, man, and I was done for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that?
Just like that, bro. Yeah,
wow. Was that ever a dream?
Hoop dreams?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You reference it.
Yeah, hoop dreams. My brother, man, my brother named Victor, and, he used to play football for Johnson. Him and Thomas Tepay, they was real close, And, he used to have just trophies all in the crib, and we used to go to their games, and it's been a couple times they was on the news. So it was like, it felt like, man, I could do that too, but... life happened, man. My life panned out a different way, I feel like if I had more of the right support growing up when it came to hoop, I could have maybe went further. But, put no blame on nobody. But, opportunity gets you in different places sometimes,
Did you, at what point, because you mentioned your life went to a different route, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what point you knew, I'm finna pick up the mic?
Man, this is the question I always wanted to talk about, because I feel like I started rapping, man, 5th grade.
Right.
5th grade is when I really started
Classroom,
rapping. Lunch table, Webster Elementary. Y'all know Webster, man. Shout out Webster Elementary, man. What was that? Not what was that beat, but it was the grinding beat.
Okay.
That was the common beat. You get on the lunch table, knock that beat out, and that's when I just started rapping, like on the lunchroom table, or on recess on the bars.
Do you remember the first word?
No way. I don't.
Was it hot?
I think so.
What?
I got a reaction, so it had to be.
Dope.
Yeah,
Did
for
you
sure.
know at that moment, like, nigga, I got it. This me.
Oh yeah. And when I was young, like 5th grade, man, like I used to freestyle like crazy. Like this, how I knew I had a passion for it. Cause there used to be this website called My Playlist.
Yeah.
And you know, basically you could just find a whole bunch of instrumentals and create a playlist. So I'm 5th grade. I'm rapping to like all the Wayne joints. You know what I'm saying? Manny Fresh joints, Jay-Z joints, Cassidy joints, Jadakiss. These are the beats these are the songs and the artists I'm looking into. You know.
Yeah.
So that 5th grade, that's when it started. Yeah, for sure.
So saying those artists you just mentioned, I might have an idea in my head who it might be, but like, who's that one artist you're like, yo, I want to be like him. He's like the best. Not even say the best. He's like, dang, he's inspiring me.
There gotta be just one.
Just that one artist.
Just that one.
First one that clicked for you.
The first one that clicked for me was Jadakiss.
Word.
Jadakiss.
Who do you think I would say it would be?
Kendrick.
Not even. Yeah. I was gonna say Nas.
Nas. Oh yeah, Nas too. Definitely Nas for sure. But that's why I asked you, can I pick more than one? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Nas for sure. I like Nas' demeanor, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, that's how I want, be able to carry myself, is be laid back,
That's
but
how
still.
I see you.
You feel me? Yeah.
Just like that's why I say a boss. You're just not understood yet.
Yeah.
But like you're, I really want to tell you, you're ahead of your game. You just got to figure out the pathway, right? That's how I see you. It's like I'm like, damn, bro, got to be studying big dog. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's dope, man. Before we get into any other questions, this episode, Two Cities, One Mic, we're sponsored by Tezzy's Juice Bar. I don't know if you know, I got these for you.
Hey.
Whatever, you know what I mean? It's all for you. If you're looking for a fresh juice, I don't know if you work out. I don't remember the last time I worked out, but I drink fresh juice every day. Some of these I do put sea moss in. Not today though. We didn't have the time. But normally the recipe does include sea moss. So if you're trying to be on the healthy tip, go follow us. Tuzzy's Juice Bar on everywhere. Deliveries will be coming up soon. But yeah, whichever one you want to go with, we can start out.
Word.
That's dope, man. So let me ask you, right?
Hold on. Try the mango joint.
Whatever you want to do. Yes, sir. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Let's take one
So
of these.
these are just juice. This is orange juice. I got some pineapple, and these are like detox.
Which one is the mango joint?
Right there.
This one, right?
Smoothie, yeah.
Oh, okay. Word. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely rock with
You
this
got a
one.
straw right there?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
So, ever since I've been listening to you, right? You're dropping heat after heat after heat, right? For at least for those that listen, right? Why do you think people sleep on you?
To be honest, I think it's just the time we in. I think music or just rap, the identity of rap, what's common in rap, what's loved in rap, appreciated in rap is in a different lane right now, And I'm never knocking it because I like it. When I'm when I be working out, when I'm riding, I'm listening to not what I would do myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds good,
Yeah.
So I think just that, just matching what's like kind of appreciated right now. It's like, it is what it is type,
Do you ever care about like making a hit, that one hit that's gonna get you out there?
Man, it's crazy. Like when I'm at home and I'm writing songs and I'm like finding a beat and I'm rapping to these songs and I'm putting them together, I'm like, oh, this gonna be the one. And then I'll do it. I'm sitting on it. I'm like, it sounds good. Some of them I put out. The response is never something too crazy, but I feel like a lot of the songs I write, because I just love what I write, that I always feel like it's the one. I never know what the outcome's gonna be, but I just always feel that way.
Do you think when you're listening to what's being presented in the city, right? Do you think there is a lack of representation?
When you say lack of representation, you mean like of hip hop or just the city or
Like just music in general stuff, right? Like for example, like what I notice is right, like if something is hot, we seem to push which by the way, nothing is wrong with that, right? But we just seem to be just pushing that one little thing, and I feel like we forget to like have followers, right, or like other talent to bring with us, right? Or we don't recognize other talent, right?
Right.
Because we're always looking for that one person to blow up, like, oh, he's the first one to ever do it, right?
Right.
Whatever the case may be.
Right.
So that's what I mean by like people don't give credit where it's due.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And I know we was talking about this earlier. I feel like a lot of times is that people just don't be aware. You know, I think that you got people that want to present what's hot, because if you can present what's hot, then you can ride that wave quicker. But sometimes it's like you gotta find who really putting that work in and who's like really showing you they have that. It's like, I don't know, it's like an articulate way of thinking or like of showcasing their art, you know, because that shows the potential.
Yes, sir.
If somebody's just doing what has already been done, then what effort have they really put in?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's me personally. I feel like I rock with the person that's showing a different way or accomplishing a way to display the art that's different than what is common. Because then we can take this person and put it time in them, and they really gonna, you know, flourish type, you know? That's how I be thinking.
Do you ever feel like your music go over people then?
Oh, yeah. You know, I feel like my biggest challenge with my music is, you know, a lot of it is just, you just hear a voice over the audio, you know? I feel like if I put some visuals more to illustrate what I'm really saying, that'll take it to another level.
I think that's what I was going to ask next. You think we'll get a Najee video soon?
Definitely. Definitely been plotting, you know, brainstorming just different scenes and ideas for songs. And that's really what I want to do. I mean, I've put songs out, I can do that, but I really want to put out a good video that really illustrate what I'm talking about. So when people watch it, they like damn, like, that's hard, because that's what I like. When I see some shit that be online, be like, damn, like.
That's how I am too. I'm a visual person, right? That's dope. I think it might have been a while since I've seen you on the stage. I don't know if I've seen a headline show, but
right.
I'm sure I've seen a feature.
Yeah. The last time I think I was on the stage, you know, shout out to Juice Lord. You know, he had me out for the Spread Love joint. Yeah. You know. Definitely appreciate it, bro. He's always, you know, any opportunity he can to put me on that stage with him, he's always done that, so I always appreciate that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's lit, bro. Where did that relationship come from?
It's crazy, man. Like, you know, Juice, you know, Malik, man, he just always been like, even when we was younger, because I'm a couple of years older than him, so he just always been around. Like, you know, I was really cool, you know, with his older cousin, you know, and just seeing him around, I just knew who he was. And he did a video, I think it was like in probably like 2015, he did like a spoken word video, and I liked it. I was like, damn, bro, this is dope. I didn't know you was really tapping into that. Yeah. And so, you know, then we started just linking up at the studio more, and that's where kind of relationship through the music really started to develop, you know.
That's dope, man. But you knew him prior to that, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, for years, yeah.
The city very small, man.
This is, man.
Especially like if you went to those 8 public schools.
Facts.
You know somebody.
That's a fact, yeah.
That's pretty dope, man. I can't wait to see a headline show soon. I'll be honest with you. Like you say, I'm a visual person too, so the more visuals we get, and I think the more shows we get from you, I think people are really gonna get what you're about. Cause I'll tell you, bro, like I'm very selective of what I listen, and like, bro, you got it. Like it's.
No, I appreciate that.
You feel me? Do you think artists could also, like, do you ever sit and say like, what else can I do? Like, could it be my approach?
I think about that too. Like, you know, what else can I do? I do be asking myself that. Because I feel like I kind of just follow like just like this guideline where I write a song once it's recorded, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna promote it, post a couple snippets on Instagram, then I put the song out, you know. And it's like I keep getting the same response with that, you know. So it's like if I really want to take it to the next level, what I need to do, you know. And that's kind of that's where I'm at. Like, what am I gonna do to really bring in more, you know? You know.
Do you you work by yourself, right? Like no team.
Yeah, I'm and it's like I don't have no problem with, you know, working as a collective, you know, but it's just kind of how I function sometimes. Is like when I'm just in my own space, my mind is just so free. Yeah. When I have a lot of people in space, it's like my mind can't operate at a peaceful rate, you know. And I don't know, like it could be PTSD, trauma from the past that leave me like that, but I get a lot of beautiful work done when I'm just solo, you know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but sometimes, you know, it's you know, we always talk about this with the camp. Sometimes it's good if you got multiple people taking off a layer for you, right? Then it kind of give you a room
to
think about visuals, to think about other things you want to do, right? Be more creative. If you're the only person doing everything, sometimes it may be a little difficult. Right?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is, for sure, yeah.
That's dope, man. Listen, before we go any further, we know why we're here, right?
Yeah.
Two Cities, One Mic is sponsored by Wonder Clothing, my favorite brand in the city. I think actually I might have one of my favorite shirt under here. Yes, sir. So
wool joint. That's hard.
Go get your gear. Shopwonder.com. They got everything for you, all the colors, shorts, pants, T-shirt. Just put your pre-order and they'll get you together.
All right.
Like I said, you know why we here.
Yes, sir.
You know, when I hit you up, my favorite part of this whole thing is the freestyle, man. I really want to showcase artists that don't normally get the shine or the conversation, right? And I really put you to one of my favorites, for real.
Word.
I listen to your joints every day, bro, and I think you got it. My brother DJ Mac Timms is here.
DJ Mac Timms.
Let's do it.
And let's see what we can do. Ready?
Let's do it. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Two Cities, One Mic.
Love. 651. Notch.
DJ Mac Timms.
God bless hip hop, my spirit and soul. Some days I ain't got no control, but when I'm back on that road, I know I got my mom's spinal when I spin like a vinyl. Cause sometimes this shit be really like viral, like a sick cold. Remember having COVID, and I was sick to throw back. Niggas show love like no jack, I can't go crack. Cause when you go dope, you don't go back. And when your hair gone, it don't grow back. So most of my niggas gon' lay back. And we playing 8 jacks and 8 tracks, and this shit feel good. Niggas always reppin' they own hoods, color coordinated. We don't show love the way we supposed to. Guess it's old news, so I'm supposed to show you what you're supposed to do. Hate to see them dead bodies on the news. Hate to see them fed bodies on the news. Hate the way they treat us. Hate the way they beat us. Hate the way they feed us and police us. Ain't no reason. It's like I'm on the scale, like this balance, sipping chalice. Hope I know the difference between heaven and hell. Most of my niggas been taking the L. I could smoke, but I hate the smell. Gotta understand what your rules and regulation is. Kids turn to men. Niggas in this world trying to make the band, and they feet stuck in the sand. From that sandbox, remember Sandlock, eating ham hocks. Goddamn doc, feeding mama them pills that make her feel too sick to her stomach. I took the time out with my homies to do this interview, but my mom's constantly going through these interludes. Hope I don't go home to a whole nightmare. My life's scared, but in real life this shit get reared out. I know some blacks that really got aired out. Niggas have emotions, let's talk about the shit that we care about. Peace and love, peace God, Najee your whereabouts, some ghosts. Yo.
Classic. Whoa. My brother, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions, I hear it.
Oh yeah, man.
Classic beat, classic rap.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate you, bro. That touched the soul.
God.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in.
Always.
Let them know what you got coming up. Let them know where they can find you.
Right. Follow me, man. You know, I'll be on Instagram, Peace God. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got some music coming, man. Definitely, you can see the link in the bio, man. I'm going to get more out here. Y'all going to see more of me, man. Peace God, Naj, all love, always. Love, always, for sure. Appreciate you again, bro.
We love that. Thank you. Thank you. 2 cities, 1 mic, DJ Mac 10.
DJ Mac Timms.
Naj 651. We are here. Episode 2. We got more coming for y'all. Go follow us. 2 cities, 1 mic. Subscribe.